Hello. In this video, I am going to be posting a lot less frequently, maybe even inconsistently, which makes a lot more sense. But I'm just going to be posting in maybe occasionally, and when I mean occasionally, I mean probably every few days or so. Well, if I remember to post. Who knows, maybe I won't post for like 10 years, and then just, I'm posting in again. Yeah, but I don't think that's going to happen. If I want to post a lot with like big time videos and then do it consistently for a while and then just not do nothing, then that's how it's going to be. But if, say, for example, I just want to post a video like this one, I would just post a video. But yeah, I'm slowing down on the posting on the daily videos because when I was younger and I had a different YouTube channel at the time, and I can't tell you that one because that one got taken down, so there's not really even a point to tell you. But what I can tell you is that the channel that I had over 1,000 subscribers, and also at the time, I posted daily. Every single day. I posted shorts mostly. And then when I did post long video, it was just like me fucking around. But outside of that, yeah, I just didn't do much. Anyway, I am posting this video because I just wanted to let you guys know that. And yeah, I know I've been posting a lot of religious content lately, but I will eventually maybe touch on sports or politics, but generally I think I'm going to be mostly, at least for now, talking about religion. And just remember, you guys, I am religiously inconsistent, meaning that I can believe or drop any religion I believe in. Just like that, okay? Just like that, alright? So I could say, oh, I'm really pagan like I am right now. And then in the next video, I could be saying that I'm an atheist, or that I'm Muslim, or Jewish, or Hindu, I could be saying nothing about my religion at all in that video, or any video coming up later, for however long it may take. But yeah, I have been posting a lot of religion content. I do acknowledge that. Anyway, I just wanted to let you guys know this is as basically an update, but even if you're not knowing of my content anyway, that's fine. My goal is to at least get to 1,000 subscribers by the end of 2027. That's my goal. That's my goal. That's what I at least want to get to. Even if I never really rise to fame, even if I always stay as this niche YouTube channel, and I don't become like Mr. Beast famous, with my YouTube subscription. Your YouTube subscription. Because I don't really ask to like and subscribe. That's not what I do. Okay? The reason why I don't ask is because I'm going off of the logic that I'm just assuming you know. And I'm going to give this video its own playlist, but just for this video. No other videos on it, okay? And I'm probably going to title this, "You Don't Need to Subscribe," Or something along the lines of, "I expect you to subscribe anyway." Or, I don't know, whatever I write it as. But, it's going to go somewhere. And I do have disabilities, if you guys didn't know that. I have a a physical disability called Dandy Walker syndrome, but I have a very small case of it, so it's just a fancy way of saying my nose is a little sensitive. I throw up quite a bit, and I walk funny. I can walk in a straight line. I just do it in a funny way, and I talk a little weird. But outside of that, it's just completely normal. And what I'm also told is I have social communication disorder, but I doubt I have actual social communication disorder. It's probably just something similar, but then they're calling it that. But I'm generally completely normal for the most part, besides my anger issues. And I only really have those kind of anger issues because I just had parents who kind of had a little anger issues. And it was like, oh, a little anger issues gonna be super violent all the time. But if it goes to the most extreme, it could lead to that. It has led to that. But I'm not going to get too personal into it because, that mostly has to do with me and in real life, I would say if you're going to meet me in real life, meet me somewhere in public that would be, like, socially acceptable to do that, Like at some, like, funeral or party or wedding, things like that. Or like a concert, things like that, or a sports game, things of whatever. Not where I personally live, not with my friends and family or whatever. No, somewhere where you can be out there publicly, in public, socially acceptable, out there in public type of situation, okay? And generally speaking, when I'm more alone or I'm not really talking to anybody, then you can go and talk to me if I ever do get famous anyway. Just speak to me in fluent English, since that's the language that I speak. Fluent American English. Not like you have to make my accent, you don't have to talk my specific way. I just mean that talk in a way where you're using words in terms and expressions that I can generally understand, okay? Or most people that are of the area can generally understand, which is basic English, or some form of it, that kind of thing. But I'm not saying, oh, you have to use terms every second or talk this way, talk that way. Talk like you actually understand the language, because you would if you were talking to me, generally speaking. And why am I saying this? Because I don't know if I will blow up, right? That's why I keep talking about this. Ironically, talking about talking. I know. But, basically, I just don't want you guys to, get harassed. And I don't want to get harassed either. So I don't really encourage that kind of stuff. Anyway, it doesn't really matter what you're gonna do. You're not gonna see a lot of things that go through my life, particularly. And even if you did, what are you gonna get out of it? You're not me, I'm not you, obviously. You're not my friend, neither are you my enemy. You're just somebody who watches my content. But yeah, I'm mostly just posting this video and to let people know of the updates that I'm not going to post more consistently, or necessarily inconsistently. I'm just going to post whenever I want to fucking post, okay? If I want to post, like, a 100-hour video a bunch of different times, then I'm going to do that. Or if I just want to post, like, a little funny YouTube short for whatever reason, I'll do that. But I'm not going to post every fucking day, because I used to do that because it was, like, a big habit I had for so long. But then once I broke that habit, it was really hard to get back into, you know? Anyway, yeah, that's why I just like to talk, mostly. It's just mostly a channel that I just use to talk about whatever the fuck, you know? It's not really meant to do much. And I don't know if I would have a title for this video, other than an update. An important update. Something like that. Yeah. So it's December 11th, 2025 AD. And I'm just posting this video just because I can, you know? Anyway, if you like this video, you can like it. This is one of the only times you're gonna really see me say like and subscribe, so like and subscribe if you want. But, or even make a comment. But, yeah, I'm not gonna really encourage it or nothing. I'm not saying you shouldn't do it. I'm just saying I'm not gonna really encourage it because I'm not like other YouTubers in the sense of like it's just very, very common, you know? Because that's the big thing on YouTube. But yeah, I'm just not gonna really do that because it's a waste of breath, you know, for me anyway. For a lot of others, that's just basically their entire YouTube channel is just subscribe, 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 you know? Not really a YouTube strategy, although that can work. Or don't subscribe or else you're not gonna remember everything, you know? I mean, shout out to everybody who's consciously, physically breathing through their nose right now. Shout out to anybody like that. And physically blinking. But mostly physically breathing through their nose, if they have one. Yeah, shout out to those kind of people. But yeah, there's nothing really much I can really say here because I'm really just repeating myself throughout this video. Because again, I'm not the best with memory or language. Like, I can understand people. I can very, very, very much understand things. But speaking them out, like, I have one of those disabilities where in the most extreme cases you'll hear me talk. Basically, it means that I'll understand you, but you'll never really understand me. And that's what makes it a disability, because you won't understand me. You'll feel like you're the disabled one, but then you go to listen to somebody else, and then it's like, how come when I do that with this person, it's different with that one, you know? It really makes you think. It can really make you think that you're disabled. You're not, but even if you are, it can make you think that way because that's just the way I talk. And I don't know where everything is going to go from here or what I'm going to believe. But if I'm just posting some weird shit, it's beyond me, brother. Or maybe not. Or sister. Anyway, that's besides the point. Yeah, this is just a bit longer than I thought it was going to be. You know, I thought it was going to be like 5-10 minutes long, but it ended up being this long, I guess. So, like and subscribe, maybe share or comment. But just remember, you have to be subscribed for at least a week to do that, because YouTube right now has a system where it's like, it allows you to do that, and I just have that as a system because I like comments. I don't really care about what kind of comment it is. I like comments, but I like it when it's only subscribers, if you know what I mean, because it's like, yeah, I'd like a comment, but I want you to at least be subscribed for a week because, you know, I don't know what else to say other than you better be a subscriber, because that's what it's meant for, you know? It's meant for my subscribers. That's what my comment section that I want it to be for. And I have it for a week, so that way it really marks you as a insider, if you will. You know, if you want to use those terms for this channel. You know, it marks you as somebody who's actually a part of the channel. You know, what do my audience actually thinks about it. Alright? Anyway, yeah, this is the end of the video, so I'm gonna wrap things up, and, yeah, that's pretty much it. But you can think whatever you want of this video, you know? You can spit whatever opinion if you wanna spit your opinion on this video. But yeah, that's about it. And just remember, stay ugly.